fuck is you telling me?
Yes, sir. You were tuned in to episode 10, Throw the Hook podcast, man. It's your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. Got the family in the building, man. Introducing first, Ty Finney, the legend. What's going on, bro?
Salute, man. Salute to the team, man. Glad to be here. Easy day at work. I'm glad to be here to talk to sponsor, man. Perfect time to do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got everybody's favorite OG, my OG, Big Bro, Boxing First Vlog in the building. What's going on, baby?
Oh man, feeling debonair. Glad to be in the atmosphere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, we got so much to talk about, bro. Like, we got so much to cover. But I love these opportunities because we really don't know how the show gonna go. So, like, it's these be the best ones, man. These be the best ones. But we had some exciting fights over the weekend. The most exciting one was Dalton Smith getting a major upset over Subriel Matias. But before we get started, we are going to go over some news and things like that before we get into that topic. As people are coming in, as we get some people to come in, y'all know the drill. Say what's up, put a 1 in the chat if we sounding crispy. And we're gonna get right to it. But just to cover some news that has come out recently, Brian Norman Jr., from reports that I've read, does not have his father as his trainer anymore. So that news has come out. Am I 200% on that? No, but that's the reports that I've been reading. If that's true, vlog, like what are your thoughts on that, in the sense of some of the boxing that we grew up on were with fighters that had their fathers like in their corner for like most of their career. So like just hearing that news, like how do you feel about that? You on mute, baby. You on mute.
When you look at careers like that, sometimes you need an adjustment. You had a stumbling block in front of you. Y'all both stumbled. Y'all both missed the opportunity. A change could be in order sometimes. You know what I mean? You might need a different voice. You might need a different look at your skills and what's able to be done with your skills. That Pops could be in that line or in that lane, and he just stuck in that lane because it's worked so well for Pops as a trainer. The son could need something different, and that seems like what we talking about right here.
Legend, what do you think about Brian Norman Jr. not having his father in his corner?
I think it could be a great move. Like I don't exactly remember what was said in between rounds, but I was hearing that Senior wasn't given the best instructions. Like he was just saying, go get him, what you doing? He don't got no power, things like that. And then Senior also, man, like he's been on a lot of podcasts. Like to me, it seems like he can't take constructive criticism of his son. Like he be on a lot of podcasts, like going off on these guys, talking trash. So I do think Norman's very respectful. Junior, he's very respectful, but Senior, he's the one doing all the talking and at the press conferences and all that. So I do think that, Junior definitely might need a different voice in his corner. Like now, Senior can still be there, but not as the head trainer.
Yeah, both of y'all brought up some good points. Do you think it's fair that Pops is not the main guy in the corner just off of his advice in one fight?
It could be his advice over several fights because he's been in kind of, risky situations in a few fights before, being clipped, not being as defensively sound as he possibly could be. So I think it might be a totality of things in this big, super, big fight for him. Major. It would have been a great victory, even with Devin coming up in weight. It still would have been a great victory for Brian Norman because just showing that he's able to deal with diversified styles and able to overcome those styles. So him not being able to beat that boxer and put that boxer on his fanny at least one time, I think you can look back at the trainer in those situations because he wasn't able to take the tools that Brian Norman Jr. has and put together a casserole dish and feed to the opponent, make the opponent full and not able to make it around in the ring because he full, he getting too much. You understand what I'm talking about?
No, I definitely understand that for sure. I heard some of the advice that he was given, and I think the main one that kind of bothered me a little bit is he was telling Brian Norman Jr. to throw with Devin Haney. And Legend, I think we talked about this off camera before, but in terms of being technically sound, I think we can all agree that Devin Haney is the more technically sound fighter. Now, even though Devin Haney's not known for his power, you really don't want to throw with a person that's technically so much more sound than you, because more than likely they're going to beat you to the spot. Devin Haney's got a better feet. Feet's probably in better position. Hands is in better position. Devin Haney's a little quicker than Brian Norman Jr. as well. So when I heard Senior telling Junior to basically, he was saying it before the fight even started, like even in the buildup, he was like, yo, we throwing with you. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if you want to, I don't know if you want to do that, because that, like Haney, if he's not going to do anything else, he's going to be technically sound, throughout the course of a fight. So I think that was the biggest advice that he gave his son. And I was like, I didn't think it was good advice, at all. You know what I mean? Like, it's the old saying is basically don't hook with a hooker. But then in that same sense, you don't want to throw with a person that's more technically sound as you as well.
My main advice for him in that fight, as a trainer, as a voice in the corner, be first and last. That's the worst thing, or that's the least you can do in this particular fight. If you're dealing with a dude that's footwork placement is better, let's say accuracy is better with the punches, at least be first and last with the work rate. I think that it could turn over. It could have turned over for him in the judge's eye, especially in some of those late rounds where he could have been catching up on the card. I didn't see him finishing a lot of those exchanges, at least with the effort, even if nothing landed, but fighting out of the tie-ups and things like that. Like I said, maybe like you said, it could be time for a different ear. Just definitely, yeah. Time for a different voice. My bad.
Yeah, and another thing is that Senior's the only one that's really in the corner. Like, even with Devin Haney and his pops, Bill Haney always makes sure he has a plethora of boxing minds, not only in the camp but in the corner with him as well.
But a father knows his son, so he knows his son. If it's too much chirping, he's not going to follow anything at all. So maybe that had something to do with it all these years, and then just probably knowing a little bit about the inside of boxing, him not wanting to give over control like that, to kind of lose a tether that he has with his son. So if I keep my son close, I nothing can really come in between us. So it's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I mean? But if you looking for growth and y'all fell into a stumbling block, maybe it could be time for a change. Even if he took a temporary step back, you know what I mean? Let his son fly on his own. You never know. He might fly right round in a circle and come back home.
Yes, you dealing with father son. It's risky business. It's risky business. Not only from the family standpoint, but in a personal standpoint, but just from a boxing standpoint as well. And we've seen so many fighters come into the game with their fathers, and a lot of them stay with their fathers. You know, Danny Garcia and Angel Garcia. And to be honest with you, I haven't heard too many times Angel Garcia give out some really, really, really good advice to Danny. I think Danny goes in the ring and figures a lot of that stuff out on his own, you know. And then you got Bill Haney and Devin Haney. You have who else? Zab Judah and Yoel Judah. And Zab got away from his dad a couple times too. So, and amongst a bunch of other fighters.
Orders.
The Porters, yeah, Sean Porter, Kenny Porter, so we've seen our fair share of fighters and fathers, but that one I felt like they should just bring somebody else in just to give another eye. I think just to have his father there like Dolo, eventually you want Brian Norman Jr. to take it to the next level. And, Senior has to have enough confidence, just not only in his son, but in the program to be able to bring somebody else in that can be a extra set of eyes and possibly take him to the next level. But, like Vlog said, hopefully they'll be able to circle the block and, they might end up, back together. But, I felt like that was an very interesting news that came out. And I want to touch on one more thing before we get into Dalton Smith and Subriel Matias. Did you guys see the interview with Keyshawn Davis and was it Roy Jones and Andre Ward?
No, I ain't see it.
You see it?
No.
I've seen clips of it.
Clips.
Yeah. What you want me to say, man?
So the main thing that I want to take out of that, and I'm mad I don't have the clip, but basically Roy Jones asked Keyshawn Davis, did he feel like he outgrew 135? And he said, yeah, but he said the reason why he missed weight by 4 pounds, he said he was going through some personal stuff and he was drinking. He couldn't lose the last 4 pounds because he was drinking pretty much the whole time. And it kind of reminded me of Broner,
bro, great minds think alike because every boxing generation has a Broner-esque fighter. This generation of fighters just found their Broner. That's all that boils down to. You can listen to him talk. This dude has lost so much common sense, so much. He hasn't matured through his 11 fights, 12 fights, how many ever fights he's had. He has not matured. He's not a good representation. I don't wish him any ill will in the boxing ring. He does have some skills, but what he's doing outside the ring, how he handled his business with the boxing in his last situation, it's terrible, bro. And there's no excuses. I don't want to hear you drunk. All right, bro, it's been a lot of people that touched a little bit of money from in their life. Everybody haven't thrown it away and almost fumbled their opportunities. You know what I mean? You lucky. You still got a decent little camp around you as far as some of the names that tend to be close to you in this boxing game. Man, you just consider himself lucky, bro. But I'm not a big fan of his character and his antics. Like you said, you brought up Broner. I was gonna bring it up if you didn't, or Finney didn't. That's this generation's the shoes, the Fords, this era of young boxers that's still making their waves. They just found their Adrian Broner out there, Pat, and he's not going to change, bro. If he wins this fight, it's going to make it worse.
Ty, what you think about that? Like him saying he didn't make weight because he was going through some personal issues and his he was doing a lot of drinking.
Yeah, but I always got a saying, you know, if you become a champion, you still got to conduct yourself like a champion.
Mm,
You know what I mean? You could take Andy Ruiz. You know, once he became champion, what happened? He went into party mode.
mm,
See, at the end of the day, you a champ. Everybody's coming from what you got. So you still got to conduct yourself. You still got to be professional. You still got to train hard. But a lot of guys don't do that.
mm.
So, but yeah,
Good.
Keyshawn, man, like I said, like he has to earn my trust back. As a fan, he's really got to earn my trust back. But like I said, what he did out there in Norfolk was horrible. But like you said, yeah, maybe he was going through some personal things. But I think the spotlight might got to him just a little bit too. I think he
Goofy.
I think he liked that spotlight.
He's a
So
goofy. He's a goofy. That's all that boils down to, bro. Being honest, bro. I support him. We got the same suit on. I get that. You're a youngster. I should be trying to enlighten you, which I'm trying to do by telling you what your character looks like to somebody as a boxing fan, as a boxing pundit, what it looks like to me. You look like a goofy. You standing on top of cars and you surfing. Like, come on, bro. Who's still surfing on top of cars, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
But yeah, he's a young, you know what I mean? He's a young guy. You know what I mean? Young
Bro,
guys probably like to show off and all that. You know what I mean?
Stop, bro. Ain't nobody car surfing no more, bro. Ain't nobody car surfing no more, bro. Stop. And I'm a double OG, and I can tell you that, Pimpin, because I keep my ear to the street. You understand me? I know what the wiggling is going on out there, baby. And ain't nobody sitting on top of a car trying to promote a fight with no surrounding support, no really nothing going on for that moment to happen. And that's what he's been doing. The way he was on that car is what he sounds like in some of these interviews. That's exactly what he sounds like talking and replying to some of these questions in these interviews. He looks like a dude that's standing on top of a car, fake surfing. Come on, Goofy. What are you in the music video? Come on, baby.
Yeah, it was the drinking thing that really got me because for me, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm not. You know what I mean?
Like we got to see how his body language is too. You know, leading up to the Jermaine Ortiz fight. Is he going to be trash talking? Is he going to be calm? Is he going to be respectful? So I think he knows all eyes are on him too. So
bro, he already out here talking smack. And what you supposed to do is going to be some wordplay. This is boxing as part of the promotion. But when your antics support the smack talk that you already putting out there, because you already talking about going 147.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, because if my thing is this, like, okay, everybody goes through personal things and all that, and that's
still gotta go to work.
That's not the first time you've probably chugged down a couple, So now I'm thinking like you probably play with the alcohol under normal circumstances, but that's how a guy like Adrian Broner is in the position that he's in right now. So it's like you can't even get mad if somebody says like he might be a highly functional alcoholic. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that was just, for me, that was just tough to hear, especially with him having a fight coming up on the 31st, and Jermaine Ortiz is nothing to sleep on. Nothing to sleep on.
I'm gonna put it out there. I'm feeling upset. You called one which to me wasn't really an upset based on the drugs and shit. So based on that space juice, I wouldn't put that and rank that as such a high upset. But I mean, this one I do believe we can have an upset, and we already got a built-in excuse. He's gonna be the Devin Haney at 140 right now. He gonna look bad, and now you're gonna have to force to be moved up.
Do you think? Another thing. Like, who's his trainer?
I haven't seen Bomac in the gym with him. He's
not with Bomac and them no more.
So that's what I'm saying. I technically don't know, because if you're looking at what Shakur and the work that they putting out for the public, It looked like they just kind of in the gym and they all kind of around Shakur grandpa, who just kind of directing the gym, showing them young cats what they need to be working on. So I don't really per se see a head trainer with him by the bags, but he's been in the last few videos that Shakur has put up. So, and I ain't talking about Instagram videos. I'm talking about like the promotional videos that they put out on YouTube and these other platforms.
Hey, Ty, do you see a possible upset in this fight?
I really don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. I just got to see how Keyshawn is leading up to the fight, man. If he's still with all those antics, I can see him, being humbled in this fight. You know what I mean? But I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean, it's possible though. It's possible.
Listen, bro, he's only been fighting one style. He has not fought a boxer in his short career yet. Now you're fighting a guy who's not built like a boxer, but can box. And he's the bigger guy naturally because he's already been in the division for at least a year, 2 years, I think. I know he was hanging around 135 for a little bit. And obviously he moved up here within his last couple of years on Top Rank. So, excuse me. That being said, I think the ability to box and maybe trade with him, because you're looking at what Keyshawn does. He's a single. He just throws hard singles. He's a single guy. He makes a lot of noise when he throws to make it seem like he's hitting harder than he does. Will that work at a higher weight? Will it show up? You've been literally fighting smaller guys, technically, based on being hanging around 135 that he was for a little while. A lot of them guys was coming up from 130 to get that 135 fight against him. So he's been technically the bigger guy. Now, how's it going to play with him fighting a bigger guy that's a boxer? It's going to be interesting. I'm just off of what my knowledge is of both guys. I say 50-50 because I don't think Keyshawn hits as hard as he thinks he does. If he did, he wouldn't have to make all that noise he does when he throws his punches.
If you look at it just from a boxing standpoint, Keyshawn Davis is definitely coming into this fight with more red flags than Jermaine Ortiz. Number one, he's coming up in weight. He's coming up from 35 to 40. You had all the drama from the last fight where he didn't make weight. Then he revealed that part of the reason why he didn't make weight is because of personal issues and alcohol was involved. And he said he was drinking on a consistent basis. Okay. So that stuff does damage to your body. He doesn't have his main trainer anymore in Bo Mack and that whole team. And I think we can all agree Bo Mack and that team is top 5 in the sport in terms of lead trainers and the respect that they have as a unit. They're top 5. We don't know who his trainer is now. So I don't know who his trainer is now. It ain't Bo Mack. It ain't Bo Mack in that team. So whoever it is, it got to be somebody from probably his hometown or something like that. Also, he's with Jay Prince along with his brothers. And that's added pressure. He's co-main on this big card. That's an issue. That's 7. That's 7. Jermaine, and then on top of that, Jermaine Ortiz, like you said, Vlog, Jermaine Ortiz, he's a good boxer, but my only issue with Jermaine Ortiz, he doesn't open up enough offensively. He leaves a lot of food on the plate. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see him turn up a little bit, but there's a lot of red flags for Keyshawn Davis coming into this fight. You know what the odds are for this fight, Vlog?
We can definitely find out. Give me a second.
Okay,
we'll get the numbers too. You know they coming, so
yeah.
Don't rush a player. No, I got you. Let me look them up real quick.
El Broadcast Del Boxio. What's going on? Salute to you, man. Appreciate you stopping through. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We see you got a channel too, so we will definitely subscribe to you as well. Big shout out to you. Happy that you came up in here. But yeah, Keyshawn Davis has a lot of things to prove in this fight. And like I said, Jermaine Ortiz is not an easy, he's not an easy out, like at all. Whoever Jermaine Ortiz gets in the ring with, he is not an easy night at the office. It's definitely not an easy night at the office. So and Vlog, like you said, like we don't know how his power translates. You know, is he gonna be cracking at 40? You know, are we gonna have fatigue? It's gonna be a fatigue factor in this fight for
this is disrespectful. This is disrespectful.
What we got?
We got Davis minus 650. Jermaine Ortiz a plus 410. If I don't put some dinner money on Jermaine Ortiz, it's a couple dudes this month I'm gonna put some dinner money on, bro. It's another little fight. I'm gonna talk about it real quick. It's off the radar because people, you know, they tune into this channel for these type of fights and this information. But it's a little upset down there, down under. Dempsey McKeon. We know he's been straight BTA'd his last couple fights, but he had a little feel-good win in between them KOs or right after the back-to-back KOs. He going up against a dude that has never been stopped in 10 fights. One of them New Zealand, Australian type boys, look like a Samoan. The boy got handlebars. I'm going to sprinkle a little change on him to not only get the victory, but to knock Dempsey McKean.
Hey, yo, can I get a repeat on the odds for Keyshawn, please?
Yeah, it is 650 minus 650 for Keyshawn and plus 410 for young Ortiz. Young proven, tested Ortiz. Unproven, untested, weight issue. Keyshawn Davis, if y'all don't sprinkle some money on Ortiz just because you can.
Bro, that's
disrespectful.
I wasn't expecting them odds to be that high. For my non-bettors out there, minus 650 means he's a 6.5 to 1 favorite.
And there's no way in the world.
6.5 to 1 favorite for sure. That's yeah. It's so many red flags going into this fight for Keyshawn Davis. Those odds basically tell me that they believe he's going to overcome all of these red flags and he's going to get Jermaine.
Man, no, they could be lining him up. That's what that sound like. They lining up all of them fans that think this going to be a cakewalk when it's not, bro. This is your biggest test of your career, bro. You're not a 6-1 favorite. And dude is definitely not a 4-1 underdog.
Well, the one thing I will say, Jermaine Ortiz not going to get any favors on the cards. So he's going to have to turn up. He's going to have to turn up in this fight offensively. He's going to have to turn up.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest, bro. This ain't no top rank situation. So I think a little bit of that is out. We understand who the A and B side is, and I get it, but I don't think is that cut and dry when we talk about that type of scenario.
Well, I'll combat you with this. Jermaine Ortiz can't come in there with the same offense and expect to be given a lot of rounds. He's going to do more than what he's done in previous fights.
But again, you dealing with somebody who's not offensively. What's the name? Is not averaging 30 punches a round.
I understand that. Yeah, for sure.
He may have some rounds where he opens up, but it's not something that he consistently does, and he just shutting people out to where the fight is over within 3-4 rounds just because he won't take the foot off the gas. He's not that kind of dude. He makes a lot of noise. He throws a bunch of singles. He fights out of the shell.
How you be sounding with his shots, bro? How Keyshawn be sounding with his shots? Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, I hear you. I don't see you. I hear you.
Sound like he got a herniated disc in his back. Yo, big shout out to Lavelle Jackson, man. Big shout out. I said, what up, though? Big shout out to you, family. Big shout out to you.
That's one's at the bar right there, man.
Okay. Yeah. That's my dog right there.
Yeah.
L Broadcast. He said sad about Subriel's defeat, but that's how boxing is. Hey man, listen, we gonna get to that in a second, bro. We gonna get to that in a second. My dog Jay Will in the building, man. What's going on with you, bro? Got the fires up in here, man. Big shout out to you. It said Keyshawn coming to 147 after and taking out Devin. Hey, bro, he got some business to handle it at 140, man. Like he got some business to handle at 140. That jump from 35 to 40. Mm-hmm.
Real quick. There's an old saying for the family in the chat. Don't put the cart before the horse. You won't get nowhere. I like very old saying. Look it up.
A vlog, but that jump from 35 to 40 is not an easy jump. It's not an easy jump.
That's the saying, Jeff. That's the saying.
I know.
Don't put the cart before the horse.
I'm spelling it out for him. I'm spelling it out for him. Spelling it out for him. You know, so he's you know, this is his first fight at 40. You know, so it's a lot that he has to show at 40. And then we're talking about going straight up to 47, and this is why Vlog said what he just said.
Can I say this?
Go ahead, bro.
Because you feel like you 140 in your past few fights, it's a big difference to actually fight at 140. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He could have felt like, yo, I'm heavy for this weight. I'm cutting too much. I get all of that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, look at your performance at that same weight. So are you going to perform better now that you so-called tightening the reins on the weight, moving up, putting less wear and tear on your body to make weight? Are you going to perform better? I don't know that equates.
Yeah, and that's what makes this whole situation so intriguing, you know, because, you know, at 135, you know, guys might be rehydrating to maybe 150, something like that. You fighting at 140, you fighting guys as 160 and up if they rehydrating 20 pounds, you know, for fight night. So, you know, that's a big difference. You know, that's a huge difference. Taking them shots at 135 versus 140 and 147. So
and let's say both of these two guys that are about to fight at the end of the month were both at 135. Ortiz was still the bigger guy, just naturally. He's still the bigger guy. So that's an overcoming in itself.
You know
while moving up.
You know, but you know another thing though about Jermaine Ortiz, even though he's the bigger guy, he has to actually showcase that in this fight. Like he has to make it be known that he's the bigger guy. He got to fight like he's the bigger guy.
Okay. Does natural intimidation stop that? You just because you don't know what's there, don't mean you don't recognize it's there.
No, I'm with you. I'm just saying,
okay.
In order for Keyshawn Davis to respect what's in front of him, like Jermaine Ortiz is gonna have to fight like he's the bigger fighter. Sometimes he don't fight like he's the bigger fighter. Sometimes he fights like he's the smaller fighter. And I think that's why I still disagree with them odds. But them odds, those some big odds. Those some big odds. But hold on, let me get in here real quick. Hey man, you changed your link up too. Definitely subscribe to In This Corner podcast, man. You see the link right there. You know what I'm saying? Definitely go subscribe to him. Lavelle, he said, I don't feel bad for Juice Brielle one bit. But see, that's the thing, bro. Like, whenever somebody tests positive for the space juice, man, like we don't take, hey, you know what, real quick before I get into that, you know, I got DM'd earlier today because I said space juice in the video. So somebody DM'd me to point out, Vlog, that's your word. That's your phrase. So I had to politely tell that person, I said, I'm well aware of whose phrase it is, but I'm like, I like the phrase. So I'm using it. You just go ahead to deal with it. I'm not gonna say who it was. You just go ahead to deal with it.
This is futuristic. So I mean, only thing left is for us to go in space. They getting this shit from somewhere.
Look, bro, Like the dude was coming at me like I put that joint on some shirts or something, and I'm making some bread off of the phrase. I said, bro, I just said Subriel Matias was on the space juice. I was like,
I mean,
you want me to put a disclaimer down saying like this phrase is sponsored by Boxing First Vlog? I don't have a problem with that. But I'm like, damn, I said, you gonna DM me with that? Like, that's crazy. I was like, that's nasty work. That's nasty work. You know what I mean? That is nasty ass work. But no, I like it's crazy, man, because it's like you hate seeing that with any fighter. Like we don't take no joy in talking about space juice. We like to talk about the actual technical stuff and strategies that go into winning and losing fights. We don't want to be talking about space juice and different types of space juice and all that. We don't want to talk about all that. But Subriel Matias, now he showed a lot of heart in that fight. But the way he performed in that fight, now it makes you question some of them past fights too. Because he looked completely different. Legend, am I lying? Am I lying on that?
Nah, you ain't lying. Like, you know, I've seen Matias fight, man. So now the question is, has he been on the space juice for all these other fights? That's the question. Well, he just finally getting popped.
A vlog, and he started out on the back foot. He started off the fight on the back foot, bro.
Hey, listen, you saying that while we know he doesn't open up and throw the 30 and 40 punches around in the first and second rounds, but he's also coming forward in the first and second round. He wasn't coming forward. I don't even think, bro, he did not break a sweat. If y'all listen to my reaction video, I had to think watching that fight, did I even see him wet coming out the back? No, he was not, bro. He had his eyes down. He was almost like he was kind of zoning into the fight, but it was almost like he was zoned out too. And he had to get hit in the mouth to wake up.
You want to know how he fought? And I hope I'm not wrong for this comparison. You remember when Antonio Margarito got caught right before the Shane Mosley fight? And Margarito fought that fight and he just looked lost. He just looked lost. He didn't look like himself. He just looked lost. Am I wrong for comparing it to that? Like Subriel Matias just looked lost in the fight. Like forget that he got knocked out. He just looked lost.
Hold up. We had a fighter just recently go through the same sort of scenario, came out victorious in the fight, but he didn't fight the same. And we talking about Ione, the little hand wrap situation. So it seemed like it once y'all change up what they used to doing that gives them an edge, it affects these dudes. Ryan Garcia went through the same thing. He literally got outboxed, outpunched.
I'll give you another one. Tito Trinidad, before he fought B-Hop, his situation, he got caught. He came in that fight. He didn't look the same. He just didn't look the same. And that's what makes you question these people in their past performances. When, let's just say Subriel Matias was on the juices for a long period of time. Let's just say 2 years, right? And he comes into this fight and fights completely different and gets knocked out too. It's just going to open up the floodgates. It's going to open up the floodgates. Like, we're going to question everything now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to question everything at this point.
You know what I think this does too? I think I hope that this helps people take a step back, meaning the fighters. Like, yo, the results is if I get popped, I'm still going to be forced to fight because I got to eat, feed my fam, whatever. It's not going to be good. You can look back at history, shows you what results are happening from these dudes going into these situations after the janky shit. No matter what it is, whether it's the additives, whether it's the supplemental wrap type of situations, you know what I mean? All of that sort of stuff that we've seen across the board in boxing, the dirty boxing that goes on, you know what I mean? A lot of this stuff, when people start getting popped and clipped and it's affecting their end results, and that means their performance, they're going to take a second and third look at whether they're going to be using the supplements. And that's what we'll say supplements for the show.
Yeah, for sure. Willing 1000, big shout out to you, family. Salute to you. Said salute, fellas. Keyshawn is going to tap Ortiz chin. Jermaine's chin is a little shaky, and Key is quick, aggressive with pop. So with that, let me dive into that statement real quick. So Keyshawn is a very explosive fighter. He's a very explosive fighter, and his explosiveness is why he's such an appealing fighter. It doesn't matter who the fighter is, whenever fighters are jumping up in weight, you always have to kind of wait and see if it translates. So we've seen Keyshawn very explosive at 35, and we're going to see him at 140 pounds. So according to him, he's been going through some stuff. So now I'm not going to lie. He looks like he's motivated. It looked like he's ready to go, for sure. But we got to see if that same explosiveness translates, if he has that same pop. Because we've seen guys go up to 140 from 135, and they not cracking like that. Like, we've seen that, in the past with other fighters that make that jump. That jump from 35 to 40 is nothing to play with. So I'm looking to see if Keyshawn actually has that same pop coming in at 140 versus 135. Hey, Legend, what you think about that?
Yeah, like I said, I think it all depends on like I said, I'm just looking for his body language. Like I said, I think he's gonna come in and get the job done. Because like I said, I'm just not the biggest fan of Jermaine Ortiz. Like I said, I don't think he's that offensive in this fight. So I'm expecting the Keyshawn to win, but like you said, it's still a lot of questions. How's he gonna look at 140? So I mean, it's still a lot of questions I got about this. So I did like may the best man win.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. It's very interesting to say the least, man, for sure. Jay Will says Shakur beats T.O. I don't think him and Keyshawn want to be in the same division together because they aren't gonna fight. Jay Will, I was talking to somebody earlier today about Shakur and T.O. Like, my boxing brain says T.O.'s like Shakur is going to win this fight. But if Shakur gets beat, it's going to be to a guy like Teofimo Lopez. But I'm going to tell you why. In order to beat a guy like Shakur, you have to have a little bit of everything. You got to have a little bit of offense. You got to have a little bit of defense. And I think the main thing is you have to have a boxing IQ and you have to be athletic. When Teofimo was on his game, he's capable of showing all of those things. I'm still leaning towards Shakur, but I gotta put the lab coat on closer to the fight. But it's really gonna be, I know Shakur is gonna show up. The question is going to be, is T.O. going to show up? If T.O. shows up, and I'm talking prime T.O., we going to have a crazy fight. We're going to have a crazy fight. Definitely. But as far as Shakur and Keyshawn, they can be in the same division. They just don't fight each other. Like, they can be in the same division for sure, unless they just can't do no unification. Like, just they can't be undisputed if they're in the same division, but they can stay in the same division. You know what I mean? Jay Will, he said, I'm really interested to hear you guys' thoughts about Eddie and Boots not taking that 60-40 from Oscar. Legend, you want to go first on that and then vlog?
To me, the fight should be 50-50, man. It ain't no 60-40 fight, man. To me, even though I know the fight would be bigger if both guys, were world champions at this, at this weight division, but still, this is a fight that I've been calling for years. And Boots came to the man's backyard, got in the ring, went face to face with him, had some words with him, and then you got Virgil Ortiz on podcast saying he don't have to fight Boots and all that, and then now you got Oscar, not doing 50-50. So to me, it just sounds like Virgil and Oscar don't want this fight, and they're saying these things on camera. So to me, it's saying they're scared to risk that. You know what I mean? But to me, that's the biggest fight. Even though the guys ain't the champions, this is a fight that the fans want. It's a fan-friendly fight. It's going to be a good fight, explosive. But from what Oscar is saying and what Virgil's saying, just looks like they're ducking. I wouldn't do 60-40 either.
Bro, you right in everything you said, but we just gotta be honest, bro, and just when somebody knows they can't beat somebody, the English language allows you to talk around that fact. Because the English language has all these words in it. I don't know about no other language because I don't talk nothing else but English or speak anything else but English. This language allows you to talk around something with like as if you're being direct about it. Because you can put all these additives in and jumble up these phrases instead of just saying, yo, we can't beat him. We don't want to not make money off of not beating him. So we want to get paid more for an L. All right, then just say that. Maybe the man will come into your backyard and give it to you at your house. That way you can go right upstairs and go lay down. How about that? Let's do it in Texas. Let's do it in Texas. Like, that's what you want. Like, I mean, come on, bro. This like, it's too much. That's why he up there every day with all of that. He talking about all the options he got. He talking about who he got on his side as if they got some other platform to put this dude in front of. You don't have no platform to put this dude in front of. If DeZan is telling you, look, man, we got to make some serious fights or it's a waste of time with you dudes.
Nah,
so he's doing what promoters supposed to do, run their mouth, hype they dudes, make it seem like it ain't their fault, but real know what the real is. It's that simple.
Yo, I got my dog Tree James in the building, man. Tree, what's going on, baby?
What up? What up?
Hey, Tree. We talking about Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis and Oscar De La Hoya saying that Virgil Ortiz should get 60% and Boots should get 40%. How you feel about that?
I mean, we gotta weigh out. Just in general, like the experience. Who's the A side? Is Virgil the A side and Boots is the B side?
What?
That kind of depends.
That's disrespectful.
I'm just asking. I'm asking, vlog. I just want to know who's the A side and who's the B side, because you never know.
But the talent tells you who. Tree, hold up. Tree, let me finish.
Yeah.
The eye test tells you automatically who the A side is.
Okay.
A vlog, but see, here's the thing though. Like,
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
No, in terms of talent, like yeah, like Boots is the more talented fighter, but in terms of Oscar, like here's the thing with Oscar, like, and correct me if I'm wrong. All y'all can touch on this too. When it comes down to Oscar De La Hoya, I haven't heard Oscar mention nothing about purse splits in regards to a potential Errol Spence fight. Right? I haven't heard it. Virgil Ortiz is the interim 154-pound champion. Am I correct? Interim 154.
Yeah, but real quick, old boy getting ready to fight Xander Zaya for the unification, so he back.
Yeah, but he's not the interim champion on Xander Zaya's side though. It's on Fundora's side.
No, he's the interim champion for Basu.
No. Listen to me. He's the interim champion in Fundora's.
Oh no. Boots is. You're right. My bad. You're right. Boots is for Basu.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is going to Oscar and him trying to make a point. He's trying to say, hey, we have other options. We have Errol Spence in Texas, right? Fellas, Can anybody look up when the last time Earl Spence was in the ring?
3 years ago.
Okay. So
And he was coming off belt to ass.
right. So we're talking about making a mega fight with a retired fighter. Okay? That's option number one, as far as Oscar's concerned. Number two, he said Sebastian Fundora. That's another fight that they can press. Now, here's where Oscar De La Hoya is making me scratch my head. You guys are the interim champion at 154. You have not gone to the sanctioning body one time to say, hey, we're the interim champion. We're trying to become the full champion. We want to force the fight with Fundora. Have we heard Oscar do that?
No.
And to cap off my thought, Oscar hasn't mentioned nothing about no purse splits in regards to Spence. He hasn't mentioned no purse splits in regards to Fundora or any other fight for Virgil Ortiz. The only fight that he's mentioning purse split 60-40 with 5% to the winner is for Boots Ennis.
It sounds like a duck, man.
It sounds like a duck.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it definitely sounds like a duck.
It sounds like a duck. But I'm like, here's my problem. And I talked about this in a video. I dropped it. It was either today or yesterday. Don't have this speech, and this is for Oscar De La Hoya. Don't have this speech about you're not supposed to put your fighter in a corner and limit his options and all this and all that. When you flew Boots and his whole team out there to LA for the Lubin fight, you called him in the ring. Boots went like this. It's time. It's time. So don't go through all of that. And then when you get to the press conference, you're talking about Spence. Spence ain't go to LA. Spence ain't go to the Lubin fight. Spence ain't hop into the ring after the Lubin victory. Boots did. Boots did. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, Oscar De La Hoya works for Virgil. Virgil, if you want the smoke, you tell them, get the contract done. And Vlog, and I'm going to let you speak on this, but I'm going to give you the alley-oop real quick. The zone is going to be a big reason why this fight happens. Vlog, can you tell them why?
Say that again.
The zone is going to be a big reason why Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis is going to happen. Can you tell them why?
Because the Golden Boy contract coming up to an end, and it's because they're not doing fights like this, so they're almost backed in a corner to be able to pull this fight off. Now he's still trying to make it where it's more beneficial to his side, which business-wise, I get it, but you're not giving us the reason why you're doing that. If you were honest to say, like, look, we're not looking at coming out very victorious in this fight outside of being financial. If you were that honest, I actually think the zone might cut you dudes a break and you know, I mean, backdoor some money into the situation as far as the payout to the fighters.
So real quick, a Tree. So if Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis goes down, where do you think the fight should be? Where it make the most sense?
I think it should be in a neutral spot for sure. So it could be an even playing field for both of them. Because if you try to go to any one of them two hometowns, if you go to Philly, we know what's gonna happen. Where's Virgil from?
Texas.
Where's he originally? If you go to Texas, we know what's gonna happen. If you go to Texas, we know what's gonna happen there. So I think it should be an even playing field. Vegas.
This the problem. This the problem with that. Virgil Ortiz don't got that fan base that travel.
Okay.
You have to put him in that region, and he's not even a Vegas fighter. I don't think he's ever fought in Vegas.
Hey, Vlog, and the thing that's funny, I got told earlier today that Boots is a nobody. He's a no name, and Virgil Ortiz has a name. That's what I was told. My DM's been I don't think y'all realize. Hold on, real quick,
people,
bro.
you know what that is? People hate greatness. That's all that is. It's because the people that they like don't have those abilities, so they hate it. That's all that boils down to.
Let me say this real quick. I know y'all like we do the Throw the Hook podcast and all that. You know, we try to get on here as much as possible. I don't think y'all understand the side shots that I be getting off camera. Like the TM, like bro, like my DMs today consisted of Tree. You wasn't in here, so I got a DM today. I did a video saying that Subriel Matias was on the Space Juice. I had somebody DM me and said that Space Juice is Boxing First Vlogs freeze. I had to respond and say, I said I'm well aware of that. That's big bro. I think I had permission to use it. I ain't put it on no shirts or nothing. I haven't made no money off the phrase. I haven't trademarked it or nothing like that. I think I'm okay using it once in a video. Like, it's cool. And then I had another DM that basically said that Boots is a no name and Virgil Ortiz is the one with the name. So it should be 60-40 Ortiz. And I'm like, all right.
Can we be honest?
Go ahead.
Virgil Ortiz has what I would like to say is a natural fan base. Because of his ethnicity, he has a natural fan base. Whether he's good or bad, I think he'll be supported to a certain extent. Now, will those fans travel to Miami? Will they travel to the Barclays Center? Will they travel anywhere outside of LA, Houston area? I doubt it very seriously. He might be able to get half the house in Vegas, but with such let's just say high level celebrity type of status, that's gonna be hard to really get your natural fan base there. His natural fan base is that working class, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm working class. I'm not being disrespectful when I say that, but is that fan base really committed?
Let me read this last comment. Jay Will says it's a shame that fight probably won't happen in 2026. To be honest with you, bro, I think it is going to happen in 2026. I think it is going to happen in 2026. Because I think at the end of the day, Virgil Ortiz ain't gonna be able to fight unless it's Boots. You know what I'm saying? But a legend, real quick, do you think the fight makes more sense in New York or Vegas? And in terms of talking about, I'm talking about like turnout, like actually like selling out the joint.
That's a good question. I would say Vegas.
Vegas? Okay.
Yeah, I would say
Lord, what you think?
I'm really cool with either one, though. I'm cool with either one, but you know, we just got so many fights in Vegas all the time. So I think Vegas is just more the common ground. But I'm cool wherever it would be. If it's Vegas, if it's New York, I'm cool. But like I said, I don't think it should be in either guy's hometown because it should be in either guy's hometown. But yeah, I'm cool with Vegas.
I'm gonna jump in real quick. I don't want to cut you off, Finney. My bad. No disrespect.
You good.
I slightly lean for comfort's sake, for legacy's sake. I'd do that shit right in his backyard, bro. Houston, Texas, wherever LaGrange, whatever area he claims down there in Texas.
Yeah, but he normally fights in Fort Worth. You know, I've been to
Houston. I'm saying because it's a big city. I think it's close enough. It has enough of his support base, and for it would be almost Devin Haney-esque. It'd almost be like he going out of the country. You know what I mean? And going and putting BTA in your backyard, bro. That's the best way to do it, bro. That's legacy type shit, bro. That's gonna be remembered. And it's a non-title fight, really. Oh man, you you're not even taking him seriously if you accept those terms. And if I was Boots, I'm not gonna lie, I would take those terms. But and that would be my clause. My clause is it has to go down out there.
A vlog, but you kind of put the facts together to kind of go against that, because Virgil doesn't even deserve that. Even though it's legacy, bro. Even though it's legacy, right? Like like you said, there's no belt on the line. There's no belt on the line. There's no unification. There's no undisputed. None of that.
No.
And on top of that, bro, real quick. And on top of that, Virgil Ortiz hasn't done anything to deserve that type of an advantage.
It's not an advantage if your skills don't support any of that outside stuff. He's getting knocked out if he fights Boots Ennis. It's not going past 7.
I believe Boots would take care of Virgil Ortiz anywhere on this planet, but that's not my point though. He don't deserve that. No.
This is what I'm saying. All you doing is making the fighter pay for what the promoter's doing wrong. That's what it will boil down to. Now I got to go spank your boy. See,
but they're not even offering. They're not even offering Texas. They're not even offering Texas. You know what I mean?
I'm speaking. There is no site because he's not even offering a contract. He didn't put none of that in paper. If he had that in paper, he would have had it on camera. Like, see, I'm ready to fax this over, or whatever they do, scan it over, or whatever they doing nowadays to get them contracts to the next to the opposition. He would have been ready to do that. He's not ready to do that.
But I think you're saying that because you got that much confidence in Boots. I get that. But what I'm saying is that's not realistic, because I'm like, I don't think having it in Philly, that just don't make sense. And having it in Texas don't make sense because we don't trust either place. Like a fight that big, you're not gonna. The last time we seen something like that, bro, is I'll take it back, bro. When we had, and this was belts on the line too, so I can't.
We just saw it. Devin Haney just went to Australia and did it.
Yeah, but that was different though.
Why is that different?
Because of the opponent. The opponent. This is more competitive than that.
Hold up, bro. Virgil Ortiz is the George Kambosos of the 154-pound division, bro.
Listen, bro, stop that, bro. Hey, Legend, this is why I be having to walk real light in this situation.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Listen. If the fight going down, let's just be realistic. We either talking New York or Vegas. Either one. That's what I'm saying. Like, which one makes more sense? Which one makes more sense? Because they're not going to put it in Texas. They're not going to put it in Philly. Like, we could play around with that all day. But
the most neutral place would be Vegas, but I don't know if that allows a lot of his base to be physically supportive. I think somewhere close to him, LA, something like that, you know what I mean? Which still is can be a 50-50 sort of support place. I think both fighters can have enough of their crowd in the building. LA's been a half decent boxing scene, especially when they were able to get the weekend type of fights on. So, you know, that could be semi-neutral. You know, I know Boots and them ain't scared of the beach.
Is New York too close to Philly?
Yeah, New York too close. They would say it don't have a big Mexican base.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, bro, I gotta go back out and come in, man. I'm having some volume issues. I can barely hear y'all, so I'm gonna dip out. I'll be back.
Go ahead, bro. Ryan from the 6 in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. If you're not subscribed to Ryan from the 6, man, that's a sub you need to make happen. He's doing some great work over there for sure. Great work. Hopefully, bro, we can get you on the show, man. We can get you on the show, or I can come over there make that happen. But he said it sounds like Oscar doesn't want to fight. Virgil's manager just put out they aren't walking away from the table. Oscar is wild. I loved him as a fighter, but I hate him as a promoter. Bro, you couldn't have said it better, bro. I like Oscar as a fighter. He would fight anybody at any time, didn't duck anyone. He was like your fighter's fighter. Like he fought all different styles. He fought everybody. As a promoter, he's just, oh my God. Like as a promoter, he is on some other stuff for sure. Said salute to the panel. My God, G5, smash the button, y'all. Hey man, smash that like button. Smash that like button, man. Ryan from the 6, man. Big shout out to him, man. Doing a lot of big things over there on his channel. He said, yeah, this fight got to be in Vegas. I think it makes the most sense in Vegas. Simply because it's number one, is a neutral site. Number two, if you're gonna build this up as a big fight, there's nothing that screams big fight like Vegas. And the one thing I will say is, I think both crowds is gonna travel. I think Ortiz fans, I think they're gonna travel, and I think Boots fans is gonna travel. I'm not saying that they'll pack the house, but I think it'll be a really, really good crowd out there. And I think the celebrities will come out there to support that. And I think it'll do well in Vegas. I think they just need to figure out the numbers at the end of the day. And it's not about, even if they did 50-50, like, okay, fine, whatever it takes to get them in the ring, maybe they could talk about some type of splits as far as, the tickets, the gate, things like that is bigger than just, what the fighter purse is, when it comes down to these negotiations for big fights.
So question. If you Boots, you not taking the 60-40 right now?
Nah, absolutely not. But I'm going to tell you why I'm not taking 60-40. First of all, I think Boots has accomplished more in terms of titles. Virgil probably has the better resume.
I don't know how. How is that? How?
We really want to go there? Are we going there? We going there?
Yeah.
We going there?
Yeah.
So how does Boots have a better resume? I'm talking about just fight his opponents.
Because they can't get out the ring without being helped.
I ain't asked you that, bro. I said the opponents, bro. I know they ain't getting out the ring.
So who?
Quality opponents. Quality opponents.
Stan Jonas.
That's better than Madrimov?
Of course. Of course. That's a champion. How you going to imagine?
That champion don't mean nothing, bro. We done had some terrible champions, bro.
All right,
bro.
Oh, so it only matters.
Come on, bro. Don't do this to me on a Tuesday night, bro. Don't do this to me on a Tuesday, bro. Don't do this to me.
I ain't even gonna argue with you on that one. If you're not saying a world champion versus a guy that don't even have 15 wins.
Can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah.
I'm a piggyback off of that. How good is Mario Barrios in your eyes? He's a world champion. And we both have the same answer for this.
Hold up.
Don't fail me.
He is.
Don't do
probably,
this to me.
I think he is a half a step behind Virgil.
Do this to bro. Don't do this to me, bro. Bro, don't do this to me.
I'm telling you, bro. He is a half a step behind Virgil Ortiz on boxing skills.
We have both, and you laughing in the background too. That's why you're not on camera right now. You know what you're doing, bro.
I'm being honest. Hold up. We know the man. He cheeks, but listen. Virgil Ortiz's cheeks too,
bro. But
He is garbage, bro.
But you just said Stan Jonas was a world champion. The reason I wanted to ask you that is because it don't matter if you're a world champion, you can still be cheeks.
I know.
I
know that. I know that. But Stan Jonas was not cheeks.
I like Stan. No. I like Stan Jonas. I like
Stan Jonas is the best fighter on either guy's resume. So if you can't top,
he's better than Madrimov.
Yes. People were saying he had one of the best jabs in the game for a couple years. What you talking about,
bro? Okay, so I'll meet you in the middle of the street. On this one. Let's say their resumes are relatively close. Can we go there?
We can't, because he's not. He hasn't been a unified champion. He hasn't won.
But we started off the conversation by you asking me, if you're Boots, do you take the 60-40 split? That's why you
I know. I'm saying, do you take it on principle?
No.
That's why I said
no, hell no.
We different. We different. You gotta remember, you still talking to a street nigga. I still go over there and make
this ain't the street though.
I know, but you can treat the opportunity as a lesson to be learned for future opponents. Play games and learn a lesson. People act like money is the end all. That would be such a legacy move.
But you got to look at it, bro. But I can see if Boots was negotiating on his own. He has a UK person negotiating. I know that. I know all. I understand all that. What I'm saying is not going to happen. I get it. But what I'm saying, it would be so sick if it was done just on principle. Look, bro, I don't care what the bottom line is. I'm going to go over here and do this legally and do this so disrespectfully that it's just going, it's like people will never play them games again. They're actually people that think they can beat them will try to get in there and fight them, or not. He might need to retire. Because this shit is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. The reason why I won't entertain none of that, even in this conversation, is because there's no belts on the line. That's why I
know. But I'm talking about the disrespect. I'm talking I got you. It's like Virgil Ortiz will be the physical form of Oscar De La Hoya. So Oscar De La Hoya is the one running his mouth. Virgil Ortiz had a few words after the fight. You could see how timid he was. He was like your little brother trying to talk tough around his brother's crew. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, bro. You the little homie. Just stop. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that guy. It's Oscar that's doing this, bro. This is Oscar's fault.
I'm with you, but this negotiation is similar. This negotiation is very similar to Boots when he was negotiating with Brian Norman Jr. for the unification fight. This is very similar. But I'm going to tell you why, though. I'm going to tell you why. Every time Boots, Eddie Hearn, and that team tried to meet Brian Norman Jr. in the middle of the street, Brian Norman Jr. and his team kept on moving the goalposts. And that's the problem that I had with that negotiation. This one is going pretty much the same way.
Like, you know what? What's the fuel for that style of negotiating? What is the fuel?
Fear.
Thank you.
I said that though. I said he's trying to sell the O. I'm with you on that. He's trying to sell the O, but you're not going to pay me 40% to take your O.
But listen, check this out. 40%. Check this out. You know what it is also? They know he's not Ryan Garcia. Virgil Ortiz is not Ryan Garcia. L will hurt him bad without losing a world title.
I don't think so.
That's what Oscar De La Hoya thinks.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that's a good point. Oscar might think that. That's a good point. Hold on. Let me get in this comment section real quick. Ryan from the 60 said, "Yeah, man, I'll reach out to you. We could definitely join you on the show. Yeah, for sure. Let's link up. Let's handle business for sure. Luke West in the building, man. He said, yo, what's good? What's good, y'all? Luke West, big shout out to you, bro. Glad you in here. He said, what we talking about? That 40-60 split for Virgil and Boots. Yep. That's what we talking about. To be honest with you, bro, like, I think if you notice, Eddie Hearn has been pretty quiet as far as the negotiations, which usually tells me that they're pretty serious on their end. I think the person that does the most talking in the media as far as the fight is concerned and the details and all that, they're not really serious. They're not really serious. Because at the end of the day, whatever split we're talking about, the zone is going to have to foot that bill. The zone's going to have to foot that bill. So now we got to talk like, nobody wants to lose money in this fight. Now, that fight obviously is going to be on pay-per-view, which I think actually that fight actually should do pretty well with a strong undercard. It should do well with a strong undercard. And it should get a strong gate too. It should get a strong gate as well. I think the celebrities will come out for that. And I think just the boxing fans in general will come out to that fight card. That undercard got to be strong though. That undercard got to be strong. It definitely got to be strong. And I will put it, if they can get this fight in like April, May, like that would be dope, bro. That would be dope out in Vegas. That'd be really, really dope. But 60-40 is just they should just make it 50-50. Just call it. If you want to do 55-45 for Boots because Boots has won technically more titles. Okay, cool. Let me see. Luke West, he said kind of nonsense, but I have been kind of out the loop. Where the fight take place is important to me. Like in Texas, Virgil can make demands, but anywhere else in the US, I don't know about 40-60. Yeah, 40-60 is Luke West, 40-60. I don't think anybody believes that Virgil Ortiz is 60-40 anything over Boots. He's not 60-40 over Boots in the ring. He's not 60-40 over Boots in terms of money. He's not 60-40 over Boots in terms of popularity. He's not 60-40 over Boots when it comes to anything. And Oscar, I think Oscar don't want to fight. And let me add this too, Luke West. And Legend Tree vlog, we haven't talked about this either. They know a lot about Boots because if you remember, Boots went over in that Canelo camp before that Crawford fight. So I'm pretty sure Canelo in that camp told them how nice he is inside that ring, outside of just his fights, period. Like, I think they're getting some advice like, yo, you shouldn't fight him. You know what I mean? Like, we got to look into that. We got to look into that as well. You know what I mean? Because he was right in that Canelo camp. He was right in that Canelo camp.
But you know what? At the same time, what they were doing, they thinks it makes Virgil look good because he was the only one really openly saying, let's do it in front of everybody, while at the same time being like everybody else, ducking Boots. Crawford, Haney, all the rest that duck Boots.
No, Crawford did.
Beg your
Say it
pardon?
again, bro.
I said Crawford didn't duck. Crawford didn't duck him. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't do that, vlog. Don't do that.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
So when he was undisputed welterweight champ and Boots was ranked number 1 by the IBF, that wasn't a duck for him to drop the belts and move up to 154.
He went up to 154 because he couldn't make the weight no more. That's why. That's why he went up.
Oh, he could make the weight all the way up to get this biggest fight of his career pay-wise to fight Spence. He could make the weight up till then. But the toughest fight of his career, he couldn't make the weight for. And then my man went up to 154. Then all of a sudden, I can make 168 and I could beat, a guy that's basically got 1 foot out the door physically. What he's able to accomplish in the ring. So you taking his belts was okay, but it wasn't super spectacular because you were fighting a shell of a guy. So you duck Boots. You duck Boots in 2 divisions. And Boots could beat him at 168. Boots could beat him at 168 right now.
No, never. No, Crawford's too strong for that. No, Vlog, we can do this all day, Vlog. Vlog, you know we do this all day long, man. Stop it. You know that. No. The physicality of Crawford, no, that's not gonna happen. No. You know I'm gonna stand on that too.
Hold up. All right, you talking physicality. We're gonna talk physicality.
Yeah.
Crawford knockout record to Boots knockout record.
Oh, here we go.
Crawford, nice. I think he in the mid, or he might be in the low 90s, 90 percentile. I think Boots is in the hot, is close to 100. I think he like 98.7, something like that.
Who got the better resume though? Who got the better resume?
If you're ducked by Sean Porter, hold up, bro. Let's be honest. He was associated with what was it Salvation and them promotions that was associated with PBC.
Salida?
He said Salvation Promotions. Yo, I love Vlog, yo.
Salvation.
Hey, the Lord giveth and he taketh away.
Oh man. This nigga said salvation. I can't catch my breath. Damn.
Yo. I gotta get in the comments, yo. Dog is a fool. Luke West said, "Yeah, that's a fact." He said, "I think Virgil know that even without being told." He said, "I don't know if I agree with Crawford ducking Boots."
Exactly.
He said, "Yeah, that's cap."
All right,
Luke West said it's cap, bro.
Hold up. Hold up. We have the same scenario right now.
Okay.
At the heavyweight division. Mm-hmm. Is not what Usyk did a duck when it comes to Fabio Worley? Is that not a duck?
I didn't know that he wanted to fight. I didn't know Fabio wanted to fight him. But I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, hold up. It's not that Fabio wanted to fight him. The WBO had him ranked as the mandatory number 1.
Okay.
So instead of fighting him, he decided to drop the belt and call out Deontay Wilder. Is that not a duck?
It looks like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
That's how it looks.
Same scenario. We talking about Crawford. Undisputed. Real quick. Undisputed at 147. You go up a matter of 7 pounds, not very much, to 154 and fight a dude that had less than 12 fights.
But Madrimov was dangerous. But the resume showed that Madrimov was dangerous. I mean, they promoted him. So he
took the less dangerous guy in Madrimov instead of fighting Boots.
Hold on, Tree. Let me real quick, bro. To address the Usyk thing, that's tough because on the surface you can look at that as a duck, right? On the surface you can look at that as a duck. But let's be clear, like Usyk would beat Fabio Worley with no fist. Like he could beat him with 2 elbows.
I don't think so.
You crazy.
I don't think so.
You crazy.
All right.
Usyk is the Lomachenko of the heavyweight division.
Bro, Fabio, listen. Fabio Worley won his last 2 fights by luck. Be clear, he was losing both of them fights, bro, to way lesser people.
But what changes a fight?
What you mean?
1 punch in a heavyweight division.
One punch. Heavyweight division, 1 punch.
And who got the strongest right hand in the heavyweight division right now? Who is throwing the hardest single punch in the heavyweight division right now?
You're gonna tell me it's Worley?
You can show me based on his work. It's based on his track record. That's the only thing I can go off of.
So Worley has the hardest right hand in the heavyweight division right now.
Right now. He's the only dude right now in the heavyweight division that can single punch, stop, and change a fight. Usyk can't change the fight with one punch.
No, but he can definitely move around and make it real hard for a person to touch him. That's the problem. His movement.
Again, you know what? Hold up. You know who I seen him do that against? Chisora. Ran that whole fight. Gave it to him. Great. Not proving nothing to me. Not proving nothing to me. You're also not proving nothing to me calling out a dude that's half washed. And that's no disrespect to Deontay Wilder. Yeah, but he is not a better boxer than Fabio Worley. He will never be a better boxer than Fabio Worley. If Fabio Worley, that's what I'm saying. You're running from the youth. He would have been better off calling out Big Baby Anderson.
A vlog. I think I would prefer Usyk to fight a Fabio Worley over a Deontay Wilder. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I agree.
But is it a duck? Is it a duck? You
on the hold on. No, listen. On the surface, it looks like a duck. On the surface, it looks like a duck. But for me, in this situation, I'm not saying Usyk did all of that because he's scared to hop in the ring with Fabio Worley. I think it's easy work for Usyk to be.
Yeah.
Bro, hey, that man got gray hairs. That man done been through some situations. He done got some rounds under him now, bro. We acting like he putting people out in 3. Stop.
But Fabio Worley was losing his last 2 fights bad.
Yeah, man.
He had to get bailed out. Both fights.
I don't really think.
Is it a bailout? Hold up. Is it a bailout or was it timing?
It was a bailout.
Okay. Well, if the timing is right on, the bailout, it can happen in any fight. Why not with Usyk?
The bondsman was at ringside for sure. It was definitely a bailout, man, for sure. Absolutely.
But he bailed himself out with one punch.
I listen. I'm with you. All I'm saying is, if you put Usyk up against Worley, it's easy work. I like Worley. I'm not saying I dislike Worley. I just think that's easy work for Usyk.
So why he dropped the belt? For easier work. Oh, hold up.
He probably didn't want to pay that sanctioning fee.
Hold up. It's the same scenario with Crawford. You drop the belt to take on the easier work. Same scenario. It's a duck. Same scenario. You drop the undisputed at 147 to take on an unproven 154 champ. It's the easier work. Same. It's a duck. Stop.
Got more money?
So you're saying there's a duck because he was afraid of the work?
In both situations, they decided to take the easier fight, which allows them to save face to a certain extent. But if you're really looking at it, you didn't take on your mandatory.
So, hey, vlog. Can I ask you something real quick? Yo, are you saying Boots beats Crawford?
Yes.
No.
Hold on, Trey. Hold on, real quick before you jump in. Is he beating them at 47?
He beating them at 47, 54, 60, 68.
Yeah, you shoot space juice over there, my bro.
Bro. All right, bro.
He said you shooting space juice over there.
bro. You telling me Boots can't carry the weight?
I'm saying
we don't know.
I'm saying it would have been a good fight at 147. But at 54 and 68, no, the physicality of Crawford is going to win him the fight. Boots
not physical? Who you seen push Boots around the ring? You've ever seen him pushed around?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I was in the camp. I seen Crawford, bro. His strength is different, bro. It's hidden strength. He got like that African strength, bro.
I didn't see it again.
Boots is just a normal guy.
Hold up. What are you talking about? Now you're being disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Boots is not normal,
bro.
Boot is nothing normal about that young cat right there. That young bull right there is the pinnacle when it comes to everything able to be done in that ring. There is
and so is Crawford.
the pinnacle.
Crawford.
But listen, here's where we have the favor. Boots is a younger, better version.
I'll give you that.
So that right there is the edge. That right there is the edge.
Hey, Vlog, real quick, bro.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you why I think Crawford. Because I said it. We've had this discussion in the past. Like probably over a year ago. Like I always said, Crawford would beat Boots, and it's only for one reason. I think physically they're comparable. All of that. The only reason I said Crawford would beat Boots is I've seen Crawford go through the process of putting his pride to the side and going through the process of doing whatever it takes to win a fight. I have not seen that from Boots. And it's because of lack of competition, guys ducking him. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. I don't know if Boots is capable of actually going into a fight like that and actually being disciplined for all 12. And I think it's the discipline is the reason.
Okay. You know why you would have to say that discipline is there? Because you haven't seen it not there. So you know that discipline is there because you haven't seen it not there in or outside of the ring. He doesn't
seen him. I've seen Boots sloppy in a couple of fights. I've seen him sloppy in a couple of fights.
Okay, so fighters don't play with their food from time to time.
If you play with it too much, maybe you're not playing.
What? Oh, see, you being disrespectful.
Bro, there's a couple of fights. There's a couple of fights. There's a couple of fights where he gets lazy defensively.
So you know what that you know what that shows me? Mm-hmm. That chin is granted. That chin granted. That chin granted.
Not vlog, but if this was another fighter doing this vlog, if this was another fighter doing the same thing, you wouldn't say the same statement. You wouldn't say the same thing.
So I'm going to say
this was another fighter, you wouldn't say they're playing with their food. You were saying this is a flaw.
No, it's Boots playing with his food.
He lying, G. He lying.
He lying. Hold up, baby. Hold up, baby. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, bro. Y'all not understanding. This dude is the Matrix. He's Neo. He's the whole kit and caboodles, baby.
Log, I'm not taking it away from you,
bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Log, there was one point when me and G literally we was talking about him and Crawford fighting, and I ain't gonna lie, me and G both was worried, especially after that when he did that slow matrix stuff you talk about, when he did slow motion to the dude, like action replay, hit him, hit slip his punch. I was worried then, but then when I seen Crawford stepping his game up and seeing what he was doing, I was like, nah. He ain't got it. He was just hot. He was hot at that time. He was coming up.
Hey, hold on. Can I ask all three of y'all a question, yo?
Yeah.
If Boots doesn't get the Virgil Ortiz fight next, who do you want to see Boots fight next? If it's not Virgil Ortiz,
somebody with a belt. It got to be Fendora or the other champions. It got to be a champion. He deserves a title shot.
I'm gonna tell you this. He gonna have to take another cupcake just to keep the blood flowing, and wait for a Abbas Zayas winner. Cause Top Rank is shopping they guys. They, obviously they just try to make sure they fighter can stay active. They ain't got no platform. I don't think they're gonna hold back or ask for too much. Cause I think Zaire Zandes can win that fight against Abbas. He got too much time off, even though he got some hands. But I think he might be a little bit rusty.
Hey, Vlog. So after the soft touch to keep the blood flowing, like who would you want to see Boots against?
I'm trying to tell you, the winner between Abbas and Zayas,
And Zayas, okay, and Xander
that's
Zayas.
gonna be
Okay.
that's
That's
gonna be
fair.
unification. So you
Okay.
go grab 2 belts at once.
Okay. Legend. Who would you want to see Boots fight if it's not Virgil Ortiz next?
It's a tough question for me, man. You got Fundora and Thurman trying to get their rematch thing going. You know, they're a future date or whatever. Backham's got a fight coming up with Josh Kelly, right?
That's gonna be a good fight too.
Can I speak on that? Can I speak on that real quick, real one time? I ain't gonna hold you. There will be nobody from PBC that'll fight Boots. Everybody from over there duck Boots. They're going to continue to duck Boots.
What'd you say? Did you say that to me?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I cut out.
Everybody. When
I think the champion.
Hey, hold on. When did he get an opportunity at any of them guys from PBC when they were doing their Showtime thing and he was hitting the undercards, winning bouts? When did Thurman? When did Porter?
When did Crawford, bro? That was Crawford, not Boots. That was Crawford.
I said
getting opportunities. At that time, Boots was still fighting in Philly. He was still fighting Philly.
He was on the undercard coming up. He was already at 26 wins at the time. So you're telling me a Thurman, a Porter, a Spence looking for a young fighter to defend the belt against would not fight a Boots?
Bro,
unless
you pushing it, bro. You pushing it. I'm gonna tell you why you pushing it.
All right, so who from over there fought him? Who from over there fought him?
No,
who from over there fought him?
Listen,
who from over there fought him? Who from over there fought him?
Listen. I'm gonna meet you in the middle of the street. You're not letting me get there. I'm gonna meet you in the middle of the street. They didn't give Boots the opportunity, right? He was a younger fighter, 26-0, right? And I'm following your footsteps, right? Terrence Crawford was a lot more established at that particular time.
I'm not speaking. Hold up.
He couldn't get the opportunities.
But I'm not speaking of Terrence Crawford. I get the correlation. I'm just saying, if we looking at track record, I'm talking about this situation we speaking of now. I doubt if he gets a look from the Fundora Thurman winner. I doubt honestly that he gets a look based on track record.
If this was a different situation, I would agree with you. But PBC doesn't have a network deal outside of Amazon, right? They don't have a home, right?
That's technically a home.
But they've only fought one fight on Amazon, bro.
Again, we're not saying it's working, but they kind of have a base where they can kind of be hardball.
A vlog, that's an Airbnb, bro. That ain't no home, bro. That Amazon deal is not a home. That's an Airbnb, bro. The circumstances is just different. I agree with you from back then because PBC weren't doing no business with anyone that wasn't PBC. I got you. I'm with you 100%. But right now, I think them PBC guys, they starving, bro. They starving.
So you think they'll serve up? I think they'll serve up Thurman. But if Fundora wins, which I anticipate him winning, that they'll serve up Fundora to Boots.
I think Fundora will fight Boots. I think he would. Yeah, I think he would.
Think?
The money, right?
What do you think?
I think so.
I mean, probably. Him as a fighter, maybe, but they don't run what they do as fighters from that side.
But what other choice do they have right now?
They got Amazon.
Oh, you gonna keep bringing up this Airbnb deal, bro? What fights have they had on Amazon, bro?
They get ready to have this one on Amazon.
Which one?
The Thurman in them.
When is that?
When is it?
Let me look it up, bro. Y'all getting on my nerves, bro.
I didn't know it was on Amazon vlog.
But that's where they base it. They're not gonna put it on DAZN.
Is the fight on Amazon?
Let me
You
find
keep
out.
talking to me about this Amazon deal. Can you find out for me, please? I
All
would
right,
love to answer to that.
continue the conversation. Let me look up the fight date first, bro.
Hold on, let me get these comments real quick, bro. Luke West, he said he gave him an offer and Boots said no. Then later they wanted to fight and Bud said no.
I'm almost done.
Um,
You good?
he said I feel like 90% of the time it's just bad timing and nobody really ducked each other. To be honest with you, bro, like I would have loved to have seen, all joking aside, I would have loved to have seen the Boots fight, like Bud give Boots an opportunity.
Hey, I could drink a cup of that though. I could drink a
Yeah.
cup of that. Shout
Listen,
out to who said that. Shout out to
Luke
whoever
West,
said
Luke
that.
West, Luke West. Yeah, like I would have loved to have seen the fight. I would have loved to
Yeah,
have
me
seen
too.
the fight.
Yeah,
Me
for
too.
sure.
Like it, but to where Bud, at what Bud actually accomplished for not fighting Boots, I don't blame him because he was able to pull off history and a major bag because of it. I'm like, if you're not gonna fight a guy, let it be worth it. Let it be worth
Yeah.
it. Well, at least Bud made it worth it. But we all agree, like we would have loved to have seen that chess match. All would have loved to seen that chess match. Luke Wesley said, beside that, I feel like Boots gets beat by Crawford. It's a toss-up fight, bro. It's a toss-up fight. For sure. He said, I'm dead ass dying over here. Yeah, man. He said, drop the wood. He said, at what point does Usyk finally get to fight who he wants? I mean,
that's where I was at with it. I think he just at the top of the mountaintop. He can just pick choose what he wants to do at this point, man. He's already beat all them guys 2 times back to back. So that's how I look at it.
Heavyweight light right now, legend. It's light right now. It's light.
Legend, you right.
Yeah, it's light right now. Luke
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey, they done moved this fight 15 times, bro. Let's say it started out October last year.
Okay.
They done moved it to January this year.
Okay.
And now it's being moved again. And they have no targeted date as of yet.
So basically it's no target date, and we don't know where they fight.
Yup.
Okay. All right.
But no, hold up. It's gonna be on Prime because they got it. The original program flyer is on Prime. PBC on Prime Video. It's gonna be on Prime.
But who asked for that fight?
when you have your own stable and you have your own streaming network, you can put together garbage ass fights like this.
I can't with you, bro. I can't with you, bro.
That's another Canelo Berlanga. That's exactly what that is.
Man, Thurman can swing a hook, man, and probably reach his chest. Like that height difference is crazy.
Thurman don't got no power, bro. Like, how you gonna affect that dude and you can't, you know what I mean, make him take a step back? No, bro, I mean his body work.
Bro, this is Keith one-time Thurman we talking about.
One time is the key point. One time.
I'm
knocking out one time.
hey, I've only seen you do good work one time. That's it.
He's been a champion one time, right?
Oh, that's funny. Luke West said he fought Dubois twice, Fury twice, AJ twice. No, for sure. So
hold up real quick. That's the gauntlet, huh? That's that gauntlet.
Unfortunately, yeah, that is the
gauntlet.
Unfortunately,
no. He didn't fight Okoli. He didn't fight
he said he didn't fight Wardley.
No, he didn't fight Wardley. He didn't fight Martin Okoli. Bacoli, he didn't fight Jared Anderson, and Anderson was popping.
Beat all them guys, bro.
No, what I'm saying is, all right, but he didn't fight them, is what I'm saying. He doubled down on guys. He doubled down on guys he already beat, bro.
3 guys in the division, though. At that time, those are the top 3 guys.
All right, now there's another top guy, and he just ducked him.
Alexander ducked one time Usyk. We're gonna see. He said, I don't know. See, there's always more than one side to the story, bro. Saying Usyk ducks after Usyk has fought everybody we asked him to, bro. That's why I said,
but he hasn't. He hasn't. He fought 3 people twice. That's not
3
fighting
top guys twice though.
What top guys, bro? If you already beat them, they're not top guys anymore.
Well, they didn't become. Well, now they're not top guys because he done beat them. He done beat them.
Yes, from the very first time, not the second time, bro.
So,
okay,
okay. Can Wardley beat any of them 3 fighters? Can Wardley beat any one of them 3 fighters?
Yep. They
Who
are.
can he beat?
They.
Who can he beat?
He could beat Dubois because we know Dubois. He powdery soft. He powdery soft. We know AJ ain't got no whiskers. You know what I mean? That's a one time. And he can outwork Fury. That's a
I gotta get through the rest of these comments, bro. You gotta be fucking cracking up over here, bro. He said, yeah, Parker had it until he didn't. Yeah, one punch and Usyk will land like 50. He said, I fuck with Anderson. I want to see Anderson versus Atama or Richard Torres Jr. There's a lot of it's Luke West. There's a lot of good fights to be made at heavyweight. It's a lot of good fights to be made.
And Sanchez got a fight coming
up.
Yeah, they got a fight
coming
up too.
Hold up, bro. Y'all not even talking about the Germans over there. That it's a couple Germans over there. They got the Croatian boy that just went over there and bought one of their dudes. That's competition right there. They got him ranked at in the WBA. I think they said that victory moved him up to a number 1 contender. And he went in dude's backyard and damn near killed him. But they were stopping all the other fights on that card, but they didn't stop that one. Yeah. That was a wild card, bro. Y'all should take a look at that one. That German heavyweight card.
They had to find it. They had to find it too, though.
No, it'll pop. It'll pop up on YouTube. It's easy, bro. It's it was on DAZN. You know, DAZN got all the cards.
Okay, I got you. He said Boots told Crawford no to why isn't that a duck? I guess that's the you vlog. He said Boots told Crawford no, so why is that not a duck?
When did Boots tell Crawford no?
Hold on. I gotta get to this one.
I'm trying to figure that out.
He said, so what have we learned? He is a big Boots fan. Yes, vlog is the biggest Jerron Boots Ennis fan for sure.
No, I'm a fan of the elite boxing. I'm a strategist. I love what you can do in the ring. I don't know the man outside the ring. He from my part of town. I'm an uptown boy. You dig. That being said, that's all cool, well and said. The boy got skills, bro. I don't think there's nobody in the sport outside of a younger version of Usyk that's able to do what he's currently doing in the ring. We've seen we've seen Bud periodically do it, but a lot of his fights look so easy. The Porter win, the Spence win. It's like, really, did we see the elite Bud? Hold on. That's what I'm saying. Level of competition. We could say the same thing about Boots, but Boots is so good at beating that level of competition. It's just like, bro, it's like a master painter at work.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hey,
bro.
let me get through the rest of these. Luke West said, why better? LOL, Boots don't move as well as Bud.
Thank
adjustments. Yup, Crawford is on the Andre Ward mentality. He gonna be whatever he need to be in order to win. I actually agree with that statement. He said, yes, Boots is way easier to hit than Bud. That's not up for debate either. He loves Boots. They family. Let me see. Jay Will said, great live. Yeah, this one cooking tonight. I ain't even gonna He said once upon a time, Caballel fight will come up on YouTube. It was only 3 rounds.
I
Yeah,
seen
I'm
the
a
fight. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
No,
Watch last.
no, hold up, bro. Let me get in there real quick. They must practice dirty boxing over there. Because that boy Caballel pulled old boy head down about 8 to 9 times to get that knockout, bro. And when I tell you the ref did or said nothing about that shit, I was like, God damn, bro, this dirty boxing must be something that they work on over there in Europe, bro, because I've been seeing a lot of it lately. And it happened in that Caballel fight. He a good dude. He got the victory. You know what I mean? And he should have, because that guy he fought really wasn't, you know what I mean? He wasn't that good. He started off okay, but he fell off. But all in all, the card was all right. It was a weird card because they had the young Cuban boy Herrera on that card. And he even had a crazy ass fight. So that fight card was very entertaining all in all. And it's a sneaky little Croatian heavyweight that y'all gotta keep your eyes on. How to pronounce his name is right. I'm not gonna jack it up. So once y'all look it up, y'all see who I'm talking about.
Hey yo, do that Croatian fight under Salvation Promotions, bro? Yo, I'm gonna make a sign for Salvation Promotions and shit.
Yeah. He blew me when he said that. I was like, hold on. That ain't even a promotion. What up? What's going on here?
Oh man, yo, and listen, intrigued, you smart as hell, because I didn't even know he was trying to say Selena Promotions. I was I was just lost. Like,
yeah. I'm like, hold on, what we got going on here, man? What's Salvation?
Hey,
yeah.
I was trying to get it out. I was close though. I was in the ballpark. I was gonna call the motherfucker Salvatore in them, but you know what I mean. I didn't want to go there like that, so I had to get something out. You know what I mean. I had to get something out.
That is hilarious, bro. The Caballel fight. I definitely gotta check that out for sure. I'll probably check that out tonight, man. But hey, man, we go close this thing out. To be honest with you, like the actual topic of the show, that's why I said at the beginning. I'm like, I didn't know where this show was going to go, but this might have been the most lit one out of the 10. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like this one, this episode,
it's a lot being covered too, man.
It's a lot being covered.
About the news, man.
Yeah,
that came out in the recent. Like, I may just start out. Effie Jabba and Charles Martin got a fight next month.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Oh, Moses is off the card. He got an injury. So Edema ain't fighting.
Against Jermaine Franklin. Against Jermaine Franklin.
Yeah. So that's not a good look. Yeah,
Didn't they get rid of the whole card though? Didn't they reschedule the whole card?
I just heard that fight was postponed.
I think they rescheduled the entire card. I think they moved it to March.
Oh, that's terrible.
They rescheduled the whole card.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that one up.
I like that.
Yeah, March 28th.
That Ajagba fight. I like that Ajagba in
Charles
Martin fight. Charles Martin. I like that fight. I like
that
fight.
It's a good one. They both can punch. Yeah. Ajagba's probably the bigger puncher, but they both can punch.
Yeah, that's a good fight, bro. That's a good fight.
I think it favors Ajagba because through his losses, I think he's learned how to take punches a lot better. So his wear and tear is a lot more up to par when it comes to fighting guys that can bang like Martin. Because Martin he's awkward, but he's a very natural puncher.
That's gonna be a good fight, bro. Where that fight happening at? Where that fight happening at?
It just got scheduled, so I mean, as far as getting signed, I don't think they came out with official like card and everything just yet, or lined it up for us.
I mean, like what network though?
It's that's gonna be on UFC Apex in Las Vegas, but it says something weird. They're gonna be on a UFC boxing card? Or something like that. It says Zaffa boxing.
Zaffa.
Yeah,
they gonna be. Oh, that's the Zuffa brothers. That's the boys that used to own the UFC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because they're getting in the boxing.
That's where they started at UFC.
They're getting in the boxing.
That's what it is. Yep.
They're gonna make more money in boxing anyways.
Hey, they got a Paramount deal.
Oh,
got
for
a
real? Nice.
yeah, they do got
So
a
they
Paramount deal.
so
Listen, until I see some fights on Paramount and Amazon, man. Like I know they putting these deals together, man. I need to start seeing like actual fight cards on these networks, man,
because
because they're
right
making
now
deals. They're making
Netflix
deals
got
with
them beat.
networks. Yeah, but
Yeah,
but they're making deals with networks that are not known for boxing. Now Netflix is coming through in the clutch. They coming through in the clutch, and I think
that's why
they're gonna do
yeah,
more.
they getting beat right now. They gonna have to start putting these cards out. This postponement 3 different times of this Fundor card. That's not a good look.
I don't want to see that fight. Is that a title fight?
Yeah, that's what's Fundor title.
Yeah, the WBC, ain't it?
Yeah, that's old boy just an interim. Fucking
But
Virgil just
yeah,
an
Virgil's
interim.
just an but see, this is why I got a problem with the Oscar talk. Like this is why.
Yeah, your man just babysitting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, like Keith Thurman, yo, so he got a title fight off of his last fight.
Yeah.
That's nasty work, bro.
Bro, but
nasty work.
But Ryan Garcia got a title fight off his last fight. That's nasty work. And coming off a suspension. It's all nasty work going on out here in these streets right now.
Ryan is so cheeks, bro.
Oh,
Barrios actually got a chance in this fight.
Why was I gonna say the same?
Why is it because he off the space juice?
Yeah, Mario. Yeah, he off the space juice, man. Mario Barrios, bro. He got a chance to win this fight, bro. He got a chance to win this fight.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because he can actually box a little bit.
You don't even
just
believe
to
that.
Hold on. Feel me. Did he box a little bit against Tank? I think his boxing allowed him to last as long as he did. He was able to kind of. But it's different. I know. We got to only go off of what we know. The evidence, the physical evidence. He showed me a little ability to kind of work through some dangerous situations, and we know Ryan ain't no closer like that.
He's a guy that was that Tank fight. How long ago was that Tank fight?
It was a few years, about 4 years ago. What I'm just saying that he also boxed against Pacquiao. Pacquiao was stalking him the whole fight.
But he looked horrible against Pacquiao. He looked trash,
bro.
He looked trash.
He
horrible.
He was cheeks in that fight.
Water. He was doo-doo water in that fight.
It should when it come down to him, like when it come down to Barrios, like his logo should just be like a BBL and shit. He is cheeks, bro. All cheeks. He is cheeks, bro. He's had the belt for like 2 years and hasn't won a fight. That is crazy, bro. When he won that fight, when he won that belt, he won that belt in what, 24? He won that belt 24.
Didn't he beat the bald head boy for that shit?
A legend. Didn't he win that fight in 24, bro?
Yeah, I think he beat Ugas. Didn't he beat Ugas for that?
I want to say yeah, but bro, it's so crazy. Listen, he has been a champion with 2 title defenses and don't have a win. That's crazy.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
absolutely crazy. Hold on, somebody else jumped in here, man. We game all night in the building. Big shout out to you, family. He said Barrios reaches in too much with punches, especially to the body. He's gonna catch a mean hook from Ryan. I can actually see that happening. It's just how much steam is going to be on that hook. Well, speed is power. Speed is power. So I mean, Ryan's still going to have some type of power because he's so fast.
Yeah.
He said if old Pac-Man can keep up, fast Ryan is going to give him issues. I agree with that too. I agree with that. But Barrios still got a shot.
Viva la Barrios! Viva la Barrios!
How you say BBL in Spanish? I look that up. How you say BBL in Spanish?
Gotta ask Chris G that.
That
Gotta ask Chris G.
Yeah, I gotta ask Chris G that. Big shout out to Chris G, man. Like
That is disrespectful.
Mario,
Hey, he's saying
Mario,
that while
BBL
he's saying he
Barrios.
got a
Mario
chance.
BBL Barrios.
Barrios.
Y'all
Oh,
ain't
man.
shit.
Mario,
Man, let me get on up out of here, bro.
Mario Cheeks. Hold on, let me give you a proper exit. Mario Cheeks Barrios. He is trash. Yo, but hey, listen, man, this has basically been a 2-hour stream, man. Like this has been my favorite one out of the 10. I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie. Episode 10 of Throw the Hook podcast. Tree, man, appreciate you stopping through, brother. Appreciate
Yes, sir. You know it.
through. You know what
You
I'm
know it.
saying? Legend, give them your social media and all that good stuff. What you got cooking?
Yeah, man. Y'all can find me on Facebook, Ty Finney, man. Podcast in this corner. Instagram, The Legend 3247.
All right. A vlog, give them your social media and all that, and what you got cooking.
Man, I am on the gram at boxing, the #1 ST vlog. I'm on Threads. Check me out on YouTube. I'm posting my numbers videos, giving y'all the odds on these upcoming fights, trying to help y'all pick some winners, and doing my breakdown and the prediction videos on the tube. So we back 2026. We in the mix, man.
Absolutely, man. Y'all can find me all over the place, man. Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, Kick, G5 Jeff TV, all over the place, man. This is episode 10 of Throw the Hook podcast. I'm gonna have some extreme fun coming up with clips for this joint. I'm probably gonna come out with about 10 clips of this goddamn show. This joint was absolutely lit. I think we back Thursday. Let's lock in Thursday.
Yeah, because we got that Australian card we could definitely talk about. That's a nice little card they got cracking down there.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. There's some fights going down on the 17th, man. We still got to cover the fights on the 24th and on the 31st. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, that whole undercard. We got a lot to cover. So we will see y'all Thursday at 6:30 p.m. I'll put the post out. So on behalf of Tree James, Boxing First Vlog, and Ty Finney, the legend, man, it's your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. Episode 10, Throw the Hook podcast, man. This was a good one. We out.
Peace.
Legend, I'm gonna hit your phone up, bro.
Okay.
All right.
All right.